Would League of Legends weapons work as actual weapons?
These are interesting because they're essentially shields, but with blades similar to the Indian Katara popping out. So they could be useful, but I think some of the things popping out on the side might be problematic, especially if you're putting your dukes up and using them like that, which would be pretty effective because you got the shields there. He's got a lamppost for a weapon. I mean, if it's heavy enough, definitely a club. And it's got little spikies. This is really similar to a ton of single-edge blade designs. The spike on the back isn't really problematic unless you got a really deep thrust, and then pulling the blade out while hurting your target more might mean that your blade gets stuck in there, which would be bad, but otherwise good. Insert Berserk reference right here. So, too big to be a sword in multiple pieces. Looks really cool though. It's an interesting axe head design, but not a functional sword. This one, however, is a functional sword. Pretty much a rapier with a cup hilt. Even has a decent cross-section. This one's kind of a mix between a Chinese Zhen with the handle and a Chinese Dao with the blade. And there were even some Dao that had rings on the back of them like that. Although I want to note the swords on his legs. Does he ever actually use those? That's too big to be a sword. Too big, too heavy, oh, I've already done a Berserk reference in this video. Well, same thing, too big. This one's pretty interesting because it's a more Khopesh style design, a bit exaggerated, but still probably functional, and it's two-handed, which I haven't seen any Khopeshes like that, so it's interesting.